Hello everyone, it's Caius, and I'm here to give you an update on my recently released Super RPG framework. Having spent some time working with the engine myself on my own projects, I found a couple elements that I retroactively think I can improve a lot on. Thus, I've begun working on a version 2.0 that will hopefully release within the month, and that adds several new updates to the framework to help streamline development a ton. As such, I won't be doing any additional tutorial videos on this framework until the update is released. This update will feature three main things: an overhauled stat system, an overhauled equipment system, and the addition of battle formulas. The originally released version of the stat system used a single structure with integers for all stat-related coding. While this helped me develop the framework faster, it also resulted in a number of limitations, particularly when it comes to adding or removing stats. Doing so would require you to dig deep into the code in order to match up nodes and account for any new additions or changes to those stats manually. The new stat system completely changes this to be much more user-friendly and easier to modify to the needs of your game. Stats are now split into two types: metric and static. Each individual stat in either of those two types is now pulled entirely from an enumeration instead of a pre-made structure. This way you can add and remove stats much more quickly and easily without worrying about breaking any hard coding. Additionally, calling stats in the editor has been greatly simplified, as now you simply have to call a single node and then specify which stat you want, and all the necessary data is given to you through the return value. With the changes to the stat system, I've decided it would be best to change up how equipment works in a similar way. Again, the equipment slots used to be hard-coded into the structure, making them difficult to change. But now, through an enumeration, you can create as many different equipment slots and types as you want, as well as specify what types are restricted to what slots from the Game Data RPG blueprint. The entire goal is to allow the engine to be as flexible for as many projects as possible right out of the gate, while still allowing you to go in and make changes easily. Lastly, we have battle formulas. The original version of Super RPG Maker framework had a battle ability system that required you to input all the necessary values in the blueprint class for determining the effects of the skill. It also was messier when you looked into the actual way it was programmed in blueprints. While this did work, it also severely limited the amount of customization you could get when deciding what factors would determine the ability's effect on its target. Now, this has been replaced by a new formula blueprint. By overriding the run formula function, you can more directly program how you would like the ability's effects to be determined. This is just one example I used for determining a normal attack. Hopefully these new tools will make your development process immensely simpler, allowing you to spend more time developing fun content and less time trying to design every fundamental element from scratch yourself. If you guys like what I do, consider checking out my Patreon page, as donations would be an immense help for me to continue developing these sorts of things. Also, check out the Studio Syndicate website, and join our Discord server for all updates on developer assets and the upcoming narrative first-person shooter, The Orpheus Project. Catch you later.